Hi there, this is Indra. So, on my second healing journey to cancer and the crowdfunding journey, it's really important for me to share why I'm doing this. It's really to break the silence. Most of my life, I felt incredibly lonely, even though I was surrounded by people, but I didn't have much family. I grew up in different countries. I didn't have many friends. I was working always very hard. And I'm not telling you to make you feel sorry for me, but I'm telling you, when you feel lonely as a human being and you feel very ashamed, this is a lethal combination. And for me, the most beautiful healing that I'm receiving right now is that I'm actively reaching out through the crowdfunding, through social media, through real life people in my life. Yesterday night, I was at a dinner, a closing dinner for the Alpha Group, which is part of the church that I became part of. And I really loved it. There was a lot of young people, much younger than I, in a very different life phase, very vibrant, very beautiful people, very intelligent, very creative, very kind, very generous. And just sitting at that table and being connected and realizing this is exactly what I need for my healing this second time around, that is that connection to meet the divine within the other, reflected back to you. I love people, even though I'm very introvert. Most of my life, I really lived alone. And I felt very alone most of the time, being an immigrant, speaking different languages, never feeling like I'm fitting in, always being the odd one. And it's just now in the second time of cancer journey that more and more lessons are coming forward. And one of them is really to receive more love, to be more open, to dare, to take more risks and to be more vulnerable. I think vulnerability is the key essential ingredient for my healing right now. Yes, I'm doing all the medical care, the chemotherapy, I'm doing all the holistic part, I'm doing the meditations, and all of that is super important, It's all together, the whole combination. But one of the key ingredients for me is love. One of the key ingredients for me is reaching out to people and really connecting, being really vulnerable and receiving love. And the crowdfunding is a very big step because receiving for me was always very scary. I received mostly in my life, in the beginning of my life, a lot of abuse. So I got really doctrinated that receiving is no good. So it took me almost a lifetime to understand and to reprogram myself, to really say, no, receiving is good. I choose what to receive. It took now a second time of cancer to really get that lesson. Unfortunate, but at least I'm getting it. So thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your suggestions. Thank you for all of what you do by sharing my message. Thank you. And yesterday night, as I was finishing this Alpha course, and I believe this is the kind of course that a lot of churches do, my spiritual journey has not been linked to religion. But now I have felt the community of that particular church is really welcoming and so loving and so joyful for me, particularly their worship also, and the connections to the people, that my heart really opens. And that is the key ingredient of my healing this time around. I wanted to share that with you because this is also very real. Loneliness and shame are ingredients that can make you sick. And I learned that the hard way. So much love.